Today I'm going to be making cowboy spaghetti. This recipe is from Spaceships and Laser Beams, and I will link right below this video. I'll leave a link, so if you want to print out the instructions, you can do that too. So you need a half a pound of bacon. It needs to be cut into 1/2-inch diced pieces. You need 1 pound of ground beef, 1 cup of yellow onion diced, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 15 ounces of tomato sauce, 14.5 ounces of fire roasted diced tomatoes, and then you need 10 ounces of diced tomatoes with green chilies. We bought the Great Value brand, but if you want to use the Rotel brand, you can. You just need to get the original. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of hot sauce, a 1/2 pound of spaghetti noodles.
And we'll split this up.
Yeah, we'll split it. This is a whole pound. We'll split it to half the box. You need 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. This is about 2 cups, and then you need to divide it. You're going to have 1 cup for one part, and then the other half for another part. We'll show you that later. And then you need 2 tablespoons of finely sliced green onions. So the first thing you're going to do...
And that's more than 2 tablespoons. That's just the whole thing I had.
Right. So we're not going to use all that. We're just going to use 2 tablespoons. So the first thing you want to do is you want to a large skillet, you want to throw your bacon in there, and you want to cook it over medium heat for 12 to 14 minutes or until crispy. So I drained my bacon, but you need a tablespoon of this bacon grease. So I'm going to take a tablespoon and put it back in our pan like this. And then we're going to set our bacon to the side. And now we're going to add our ground beef, our onion, garlic, and salt and pepper to this pan. And we're going to let it fry together. So we have our ground beef, and I have drained it. I moved my bacon over here so we could use the same strainer for the ground beef. I have my water boiling for my spaghetti, and I have half of my spaghetti out here. So we're going to go ahead and start cooking our spaghetti according to the directions on the box. So I'm just going to put that in the water here and let that go. Now, with this, we're going to we've drained this. You see how much grease we got out of there. It's ridiculous.
That's the bacon and the hamburger grease.
That's the bacon and the hamburger grease, yes. So we're going to put this back in the pan. And then we're going to add basically all of our liquids. Our tomato sauce, our fire roasted diced tomatoes, the one with the green chilies, and then the hot sauce and the Worcestershire sauce. And this is going to simmer the entire time that your spaghetti is cooking. So just follow the directions on the box, and however long that takes to cook, that's how long this is all going to simmer together. Been simmering. My spaghetti noodles have cooked and they are drained. So now we're going to mix these in here, but at this time we're also going to add a cup of our shredded cheese, and we're going to add all of our bacon, and just make sure that all this gets fully combined. Want to top this with your remaining 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, just like this. And then we're going to top it with our 2 tablespoons of green onion. It's a slotted spoon, but
Like a strainer.
It's big and it's rigid, and so that's why I'm going to use this to kind of scoop that up from the bottom, because it's clearly going to fall apart when you put it on the plate. Okay, that actually looks really good. Here we go. Let's just dig right in. It is steaming. I wonder if I can read something while I give it a second.
I'm going to cut off a few hunks.
It says, the fire roasted diced tomatoes add a nice smoky flavor to the sauce for this Cowboy pasta. However, you can certainly substitute a can of plain diced tomatoes if desired. If you prefer more heat or spice in your Cowboy spaghetti sauce, you can substitute a can of the hot Rotel for the with green chilies. So they did at Walmart. We bought the original, but they also had mild and hot.
And hot.
Yeah. For a dish, let's see. Okay, it is best to shred your cheddar cheese by hand. We bought we
bought bagged shredded cheese.
Yeah, we could have, but yeah, we went the quick way, so we bought the bag.
It melted fine.
It melted fine because they're saying it doesn't melt as well, or it clumps. This did not clump. I didn't think it did. You can substitute the cheddar cheese for cheddar jack or pepper jack if you want. You know, make it your own. Yeah. It's whatever you want. And so
we like to try to stay with the base recipe when we make it
the first time, and then if we want to
branch out from there.
Yeah, and then if we want to add notes and do anything different for the next time, then that's what we do. Okay.
It looks really good.
I'm committing an Italian sin.
What, cutting your
I
pasta?
cut my pasta.
I always break my pasta in half.
Listen, it's going to taste the same whether I cut it in half with my fork or not. It's going to taste the same. It doesn't do anything to the flavor.
Glad we didn't go with hot. I mean, it's not hot, but it's definitely got a little bit of a kick to it. That hot sauce probably didn't do a lot to that, did it? I mean, it was only like a teaspoon.
It wasn't enough to make a difference.
But
they're probably telling you that so that, because once you put it in, you can't take it out.
That's true. If you wanted this hotter, you could just take hot sauce and sprinkle it over the top right now and stir it up. You know, it said those fire roasted peppers add a lot of the smoky flavor. I don't really get a lot of that.
I've gotten some.
I'm actually getting a tomato right now.
I think it's just in the whatever bite that you get. This reminds me, Kevin and I are used to buying a Kraft spaghetti dinner. And so we are used to spaghetti with these chunky hunks of meat in it anyway.
And very tomatoey.
So we're already used to that. I do like the addition of the cheese and the onion, and I do get a little bit of that fire roasted tomato.
It depends on what bite you give it. I just got some too. That's nice. I don't have any complaints about this. And the recipe, if you're reading it, it seems like it's going to be really hard. It's really not. It really came together pretty quick, didn't it?
I thought that it was going to be very, very time consuming. And this took less than an hour to do it from start to finish.
That was chopping stuff up and everything.
That's chopping onion up and everything, and it took less than an hour. So it is a quick meal. It would be good to make on a school night, I think, and it's a hearty meal. So you could have this in a side salad and some garlic bread, or this and just garlic bread, or just this and nothing else. And there still is a ton left over there in that pan.
Oh, there's probably this much at least over.
Oh, at least, yes. So this is a big meal. It says Cowboy spaghetti is a hearty one skillet pasta dish loaded with crispy bacon, ground beef, and a rich tomato-based sauce with just the right amount of spice. Quick to make and packed with bold flavors. It's an easy dinner option that brings a smoky, cheesy twist to traditional spaghetti. So
Does it say what servings on?
four servings.
Oh, okay.
So
I can see that, especially if you have bread.
And let me just say this. You could do everything we did and make it just like we did, and then you could dump it all into a casserole dish. And if you wanted to
Like heat it up later.
put more cheese on the top, and make it even more cheesy, heat it up again, you could, and it would be just as good.
Yeah. It's very good.
I think this is a really nice meal. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.